2,600 years before Columbus ever sailed. Someone in Peru built a pyramid at almost the exact same time on the other side of the world. Someone in Egypt finished building the Great Pyramid of Giza. These two groups of people never met. They never traded. They never even knew the other one existed. And yet, they built the same basic shape for the same basic reason, thousands of miles apart. Right now, all over the internet, people are calling this proof of something bigger. A lost global civilization, ancient teachers from the sky, secret knowledge shared between continents that never had contact. Tonight, we check that claim. Real dates, real measurements, real research. We'll show you exactly which parts are true and which parts fall apart the moment you check the math. Some of what's left standing is stranger than the hype, because the real story does not need help from aliens. Open the file. File 1, the pyramid shape. Here is the claim. Egypt, Mexico, and Peru all built pyramids. Different continents, no contact. Same idea. Therefore, someone must have taught all of them. Let's check the timeline first, because this is where most videos get sloppy. In Peru, the city of Caral has pyramid-shaped mounds. Scientists have dated them using radiocarbon testing. The result is about 2,600 years before the year zero. That means Caral was being built at almost the exact same time as the Great Pyramid of Giza, which was finished around 2560 years before the year zero. That is a real match. Verified. Confirmed. But here's the part almost every viral video skips. Mexico's most famous pyramids, at a city called Teotihuacan, were not built at that same time. They were built almost 2,000 years later. So the claim that Egypt, Mexico, and Peru all built pyramids at the same time is only half true. Egypt and Peru line up. Mexico does not. So does that mean the mystery falls apart? Not exactly. Because even without matching dates, we still have three separate civilizations, none of them in contact with each other, all deciding on their own that a giant stone pyramid was the best way to build something sacred. Why would three unrelated cultures come to the same conclusion? That question survives the fact check. We'll come back to it. But first, an even bigger claim is waiting in the file. File 2. The stones that shouldn't fit. In Peru, there's a wall called Sacsayhuaman. It was built by the Inca around 600 years ago. The stones are massive, some weigh over 200 tons. That is heavier than 30 elephants. And they are cut so precisely that you cannot slide a knife blade between them. No mortar, no glue. Just stone locked against stone. In Egypt, inside the Great Pyramid, there are granite blocks fitted with similar tightness, cut with tools made of copper and stone. And in Mexico, at Maya cities built centuries later, builders were carving smooth, fitted stone faces for their temple walls. The claim online usually sounds like this. No ancient tool could cut stone this precisely. Therefore, this had to be done with lost technology, or help from an advanced outside source. Let's check that. Fact 1. Is the stonework really this precise? Yes. This has been measured by modern engineers, and it holds up. This part is not exaggerated. Fact 2. Could their tools actually do this? Here's where the story gets more honest and more interesting than the alien version. Researchers have found stone hammers, called hammerstones, at Inca quarry sites. Workers didn't cut the rock with a blade. They pounded it, over and over, slowly wearing it down to an exact shape. It's not magic. It's not a lost machine. It's raw patience, repeated for months, by a large trained workforce. Heated for months, by a large trained workforce. In Egypt, the same basic idea applies. Copper tools alone can't cut hard granite, but copper tools combined with sand, used almost like sandpaper, and years of grinding, can slowly shape it. So the honest answer is this. The precision is real. The explanation is not a lost machine. It's something almost more impressive. Human patience, organized at a massive scale, repeated for generations by people with almost unlimited time and workers. But there's still one thread left hanging, because pounding stone with a hammer, even for years, doesn't fully explain how they made it fit like a puzzle, piece to piece, without ever measuring it with anything close to a modern ruler. That question is still open. We're not going to pretend it's fully solved. It isn't. Let's move to the last file. And this one might be the strangest, because it's confirmed by actual astronomy research, not guesswork. File 3. The sky alignment. The Great Pyramid of Giza is lined up almost perfectly with true north. Not roughly, almost perfectly. Off by a tiny fraction of 1 degree. Teotihuacan, in Mexico, is not lined up with true north. It's turned about 15.5 degrees off. For a long time, people thought that was a mistake. Then researchers studied the sky above the city and found something surprising. The buildings line up with where the sun sets on specific days of the year, and with the position of a star cluster called the Pleiades. In Peru, Inca builders lined up important temples with the sunrise on the shortest day of the year in June. This has been confirmed by researchers studying the site directly. So here's the claim. 3 unrelated civilizations built their most sacred buildings pointing at the sky, with real measurable accuracy. Therefore, someone from one shared advanced source must have taught them all the same method. Here's the honest check. Every one of these alignments can be done with nothing but eyes, patience, and years of watching the sky. Any culture on Earth, if they track the sun and stars carefully enough, for long enough, can figure out true north, or the solstice, or where a star cluster sets. You don't need to share a teacher. You need to share a sky. Every human civilization has access to the exact same sun, the exact same stars, and the exact same problem to solve. So the alignment is real. The precision is real. But needing outside help to achieve it is not proven. What's proven is that 3 completely separate groups of humans looked up at the same sky and used the same basic method, patient observation, to solve the same problem. So let's close these 3 files honestly. The pyramid shape. Real for Egypt and Peru at the same time. Not accurate for Mexico's most famous pyramids, which came much later. The fitted stones. The precision is real. The tools were simple. The method was raw human patience, not a lost machine. The sky alignment. Real, measured, and confirmed by actual astronomers, but explainable by shared sky, not shared secret. Here's what's actually left standing after the fact check. 3 separate groups of people, with no contact, no shared language, and thousands of miles between them, looked at the same problem, building something permanent, sacred, and precise, and arrived at strangely similar answers. That doesn't need a lost civilization to explain it, but it does raise a question that's honestly harder to answer than any single alien theory. Why do separate human minds, given enough time, keep landing on the same solutions? We don't have that answer yet. This file stays open. If you want the next file the moment it drops, subscribe, because the archive only grows from here. This has been Archives Unknown. File remains open.